Pink man, pig man, ha ha, charade you are. Pink man, pig man, ha ha, charade you. And when your hand is on your heart, do 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 do, you're nearly almost a joke. Do 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 do, with your head in the pig pen. Do do, keep on digging. Do do, you're nearly a laugh, but you're really a cry. I sung it better when I wasn't being watched. I was singing it better in the shower. I just figured I'd sing it to you. Baby, you maybe aching for tonight. Okay, let's get this heater turned off. So what we got going on right now is failure to communicate. So let me show you. It looks nice and bright here where I'm at. This is basically Avenel, California. Technically it's Coalinga, but you see how it's nice and bright over here, right over that mountain. I don't know if you can see it or not. The fog is as thick as pea soup on the other side of that mountain. So you gotta wait till 11 a.m. for it to burn off. So that's what I'm doing. And so it's about 7:30 right now. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. That's like 3 hours. But, you know, time goes by fast. And so, you know, I'm talking about a few different subjects. So I'll bring you the latest and the most up-to-date information on the stuff, these different subjects that I've been talking about. One of them is the electric vehicle. And, well, I'm just looking right here right now, that one dude over on the beach, he's live right now here on the Pacific Coast. Let me tell you his name in case you want to check it out. It's called Potential Bliss. One word, Potential Bliss. He's got 41 people in the room right now. So it's nice and sunny and he's on the beach. So it's pretty cool. You know, because when you see things like this, then it becomes more of a reality. Then the next thing you know, you're on the beach, right? Which is, you know, what you want to do. Walk naked on the beach and get all the sunshine. The closest place to here is called Pirates Cove. It's over by Pismo Beach. And any place else you try that, they'll throw your ass in jail. Okay? I don't know what the PC code on that it is, but it's indecent exposure, walking nude in public or something like that. And so just hold on with me for just 1 second. Hold on. When your hand is on your heart, do 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 do. The reason why I'm singing that song is because of what these people done to, hold on. Because of what these people done, they effed it up for everybody. Well, not for everybody, just for the low-income communities here in the central San Joaquin Valley, which just happen to be majority Hispanic communities. like about 80% or better, and 80% or more. And so because of what these people did, that's why I'm singing that song. Because of what these people did, they screwed it up for all of us out here who have electric cars, in my humble opinion. And I'll tell you why. I'm just checking out my signal there. I'll tell you why. Oh, I see there's some people in the comments. Thank you for leaving comments. Thanks for liking the video. So I was going to write this down on an index card so that you can go in and check yourself to verify these facts that I'm telling you about. But I don't know what happened to my... Oh, there they are. Is that them? No. I don't know what happened to my damn index cards. Hold on. Is this them? Nope. I wonder what the hell happened to them. That's so freaking weird. What the hell would happen to index cards? Okay, let me put on the shirt so I can look more presentable. Put on the old handy dandy shirt. It's comfortable. I know I need to get me another one, but shirts ain't cheap like they used to be. When I bought this shirt, it was $3. Now, you know how much this shirt costs? Guess. $12. From $3.50 to $12. So therefore I don't have a new one. And when I get a white shirt, which one I want, they get dirty so fast. You know, because if you wear them for, 2 or 3 weeks without washing them, they start collecting dirt. And no matter what you do, when you wash it, it looks brown. Okay, it looks like an old mangy shirt after. And if you put bleach in it, you might as well just throw it away or burn it because it's going to rip into shreds. Okay, so I wanted to show you something. I was going to write it down for you. I know I'm trying to be entertaining, trying to be humorous, witty. But what can you do? So I don't know what the hell happened to my index cards. So I can't write anything for you to give you a visual on it. So I will just say the words, okay? You know that there were these things that I'm talking about, the electric cars. These are solar power charging stations for electric cars. More precisely, they are called Beam EV ARC. Beam EV ARC. And because it's like Noah's Ark, right? It's an arc. It's got solar panels, and it tracks the sun as the sun goes across, and it's not hooked up to anything. It's a standalone device. It runs off free energy, aka also known as solar energy from the sun. And so these units cost $60,000 each, and California bought 100 of them from a company in San Diego, California. And the name of the company is called Beam. BEAM. And there's other companies who bought these off them and started, marketing, selling. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but there's a company called Electrify America, and Electrify America has an app with that app, you can see where all of these units are. And there was 100 of them deployed, placed in California, mainly in low-income communities. That's what they were for. They were for low-income communities, not people driving $50,000 freaking Teslas. Yet, who do you think's over there sucking up all the juice off of them? $50,000 Teslas. And so anyhow, there was 100 of them deployed in California. And if you go on the map, on the app, you can see where all of them are, all throughout all California, off of the Electrify America app. And it gives you a symbol of a lightning bolt, showing you where they're at. And it also gives a symbol of a light bulb. And if there is a symbol of a light bulb, that means that it's out of service. Okay? And it's not working. And it's been shut down. And so Fresno County, Fresno County is basically the agricultural hub or center, especially Huron, which is it's a little town right here, where they actually have one of these too, and it's shut down. And that's why I'm telling you about it, because this is how I found out about it. And Fresno County ordered 8 of them. So that was like almost $500,000. And all these got deployed, placed in September 2020. And so that's 6 years now. And so the batteries in them need to be replaced, like 4 or 5 years. Some types of batteries can last 10 to 15 years, okay? But typically, they go through winters, ice cold winters, heat of summer. Batteries go bad. And so they're neglected. They need to be serviced. And right now, 100% of them are shut off. They shut them down in Fresno County. Fresno County is basically an agricultural gold mine. This is where all the immigrant Hispanics from Mexico do the agricultural. California used to be the agricultural king. They were supplying like 80% of all the produce to the whole United States. It's not that way anymore. But Fresno County is where all the agricultural work goes on. And who does agricultural work? Hispanics and immigrants from Mexico. And so why do you think all those they're free? These solar chargers were sent out to low-income communities. They're free. The one right here in Avenel, which is Kings County. Okay, I don't even know what's going on with it, but it's there. And they pump, it's level 2 charging. They're pumping out 6,000 watts. Okay. And so they shut them down. So who's the suspect? Who is suspect? I would, in my opinion, it would be local gas stations and big oil and the companies charging to charge your vehicle. Okay? Electrify America included. They're all suspect. These are competitors. It's not like you're underselling your competitor. You're freaking giving away the product for free. Okay? So these are the three suspects. And, well, it's not that easy. I contend, I postulate, that doesn't sound very good. I contend that there is another suspect undetected because they some sneaky little rascals. That's why. So, if you go on and you look at the map, every last one of them in Fresno County, the low-income communities have been shut down, which means you do not have free charging no more. Okay? And most of these were set around police departments, like the one in Huron, the one in Reedley. They're all on police departments for the public, for the low-income people to go and charge their electric vehicles, which the low-income people don't even have electric cars. The only people who have electric cars are people with $50,000 Teslas. Okay? I know there's a lot of different electric vehicles on the market now, but, I don't want to go into all that. Anyhow, the ones you can see are Teslas. Okay? I know there's a lot of Kias and Ionics and some of the GM products and some Chevy Volts, and some different manufacturers. But mostly it's the Teslas that you see. So, I don't know what to say about the other brands. I don't know how many there are, right? You can't tell which are which. And so, but still, low-income people, they do not have electric vehicles. Okay? They're starting to, because Mexico has the vehicles that are forbidden in the United States. These vehicles are allowed everywhere else on planet Earth, except they're forbidden in the United States because they're a Tesla killer. Okay? Because they're so inexpensive, they're so affordable and dependable. And now they're coming into Canada. Okay? Everybody else on planet Earth has access to these affordable Chinese electric vehicles that are cutting edge technology. Everyone else on planet Earth has them except the United States, because they're protecting Tesla and the $50,000 cars and the people who can afford them. Basically, they just shit on low-income people, where everyone else around the world has access to these cars, but not in the United States of America. And so they shut them all down in Fresno. I'll name them off: Firebaugh, Mendota, Huron, Sanger, Selma, Orange Cove, Reedley, and Huron. There's 8 of them. And because it's Sanger, Selma, Fowler. That's when I was forgetting. Okay. And also down in Bakersfield, California, they shut down like 4 of them. Okay. Then up in Sacramento, they shut down like, there's a lot of low income places in Sacramento too. Sacramento is really nice and got nice weather, got nice radio stations. They're got it going on. It's the capital of California. Yet they shut down about 5 of these free energy, solar power, standalone electric vehicle charging stations for the low income people. And so in all, they shut down about 20. So there's 80 remaining of these. And they're all through San Bernardino, Riverside, Los Angeles, Orange County, Long Beach. All these people still have them. All places all up along the coast, all up through Northern California and Southern California. They all have them. There's 80 of them. So why did he target, or why did they target the agricultural area of California, which is the Central San Joaquin Valley, Kern County, which is Bakersfield, and Fresno County? I contend it's because these bozos pissed off Orange Man. Thanks a lot for pissing off Orange Man, because now we don't get no free freaking chargers. Okay? If you want to know who pissed him off, why he has a special kind of hate for this community, okay? Then go to YouTube and type in pigs, 3 different ones, live in Mexico City. And you'll see why he has a special kind of hate for these communities where they shut down the electric vehicles so they can't get no free charging on their cars. Okay? Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's called Pigs, 3 different ones, live in Mexico City. Okay? So now, moving on. If you want to know, I should interact with the live stream a little bit. Iowa, what's up, Iowa? Iowa's pretty cool. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Warren Buffett. And if you want to know what's going on, you know who's been right. Since 1995, he's been telling the people all kinds of stuff. Okay? And this is the book. If you want to know what's going on that nobody talks about, none of the freaking whistleblowers mention it like they're freaking in La La Land. Hello? This is reality. You mofos, not one of you mofos mentioned this, and you won't mention America Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo either. What the F is wrong with you mofos? Okay, so this is David Icke. And this book was written in 1995 or 1999, one or the other. And it's called The Biggest Secret by David Icke. Read chapter 16 and you will be amazed. If you're old enough to remember the last 5 presidents, you will be amazed at what he says, the accusations he makes about these people, and they do not deny it and never have denied it. They don't want anybody to know about it. They've never taken him to court for defamation of character, libel, or slander, because they know if it goes to court, the whole thing is going to be revealed. Revelation. The extraterrestrials will be exposed. That's exactly what he's telling you about. The extraterrestrials. They are walking amongst you. From the leaders down to people amongst the homeless people. And he's also the person who told you back when everybody was freaking zombies in zombie freaking land, he was out there with the megaphone telling you it's a freaking scam, you freaking idiots. So what did they do? They kicked him off of YouTube. They banned him because he was telling people that the freaking pandemic was a freaking scam, right? So they banned him, and he was for like 5 years. Now, out of the blue, he's back on YouTube. Okay? So if you want to find out what's going on, go over to YouTube and look at what David Icke is saying. He's telling you what's really going on. I told you, I think he's an extraterrestrial himself. Has anybody ever asked him if he's an extraterrestrial himself? No, because they can't think. They don't have any critical thinking skills. They're freaking in zombie land. Okay, so it's The Biggest Secret, chapter 16, and he's back on YouTube. Go in there and see what he's saying. Okay, but always remember, I think he is an extraterrestrial himself. Do you know what an extraterrestrial is? They go by all kinds of different names. In the Holy Scriptures, they go by Nephilim. Okay? And that's who's running the show. Okay? So, check those two things out. David Icke is back on YouTube. He was banned for 5 years. Now he's back on YouTube, and mainstream media didn't say a word about it. Just like they didn't say a word about when they threw Kevin Trudeau in prison for 10 years for contempt of court, the longest prison sentence ever given to anybody in United States history for contempt of court, which is not a felony. It's not even a misdemeanor, but the mainstream news didn't say a word about it. But if you do research on Kevin Trudeau all over the internet, it's all freaking lies. Okay? So, now, did you go and get yourself some donuts this morning from the bakery? Okay? Well, if you're in Europe, you're looking pretty good. If you're in Asia, you're looking pretty good too. But if you're in the United States, you probably had some Roundup. Okay? Because before they send the wheat to be milled, ground into flour, they spray it with Roundup. Okay? Other countries like Vietnam have banned it. Okay? In Europe, they use wheat flour. They don't use this garbage enriched flour that we use in the United States that's in virtually every bakery across the United States, including Walmart and all the freaking bakeries that make donuts. Okay? Asia, Germany, United Kingdom, they're all banning freaking Roundup to be used on wheat. Wheat is made for making tortillas, for making bread, for making cookies, for making your donuts that you get in the morning at the bakery, your glazed donuts and your cake donuts. Okay? But if you're in the United States, you probably had some Roundup because they spray the wheat right before they send it to be milled into flour. The only way you're going to get away from that is by using organic flour, which nobody is using. Virtually nobody is using organic flour, including the bakery at Walmart. All their fresh bread that they make, they do not use organic flour, so you're probably getting some Roundup. And and so um uh, in Europe they use, in Germany, Italy, they use wheat flour, but they're still, I mean, they just use wheat flour. A lot of them haven't caught on to the organic yet, but they're starting to. And not only that, but they're actually starting to ban freaking Roundup from even being used on the crops. Okay, so who's making the organic flour? Okay, you got to watch these people. Okay, these top manufacturers, you got to watch them because they're evil. David Icke talks about them. Okay, you know who they are. They control all the food supply for the whole United States. It's a monopoly. Yet, you got to go with it. Organic. You got to be an idiot to eat tortillas that are made with enriched flour, bread that's made with enriched flour, donuts that are made with enriched flour, cookies that are made with enriched flour. So, the price on organic flour is coming down because people are catching on. And so look at your bakery where you go and you get your glazed donuts or your cake donuts. How much are they? The price is through the roof, right? And well, basically they're about $2.50 a piece. Not for the special ones, just your basic donuts. These days are $2.50. Let's face it, they're freaking expensive. If you go to Krispy Kreme or the chain mark ones, you're paying $12 to $20 for a dozen of donuts. Okay, I know Walmart's got some cheap ones, but that's different. And so why don't they use organic flour? You can get great value brand organic flour. You can get a 2-pound thing of organic all-purpose flour, which is used to make tortillas, right? All-purpose flour is used to make donuts and whatever, and bread for $2. It's $2 for a 2-pound bag of organic flour. Great value. I probably wouldn't use Great Value. I'd probably go with a different brand, a brand where you know they're getting their wheat from, because Great Value, they won't tell you where they're getting it from. They source it from different places. But still, if that's all I could afford, I would get that, the organic. And so guess who's making donuts with organic flour? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Here in California, ding, time's up. Where is the highest concentration in the whole United States, let alone California, of multi-billionaires? The highest concentration of multi-billionaires in the United States is in the Silicon Valley, California, also known as the Bay Area, San Francisco. Right across the bay there in Berkeley, where they have Berkeley University, which is offering classes in cryptocurrency for free. they have donut shops, a donut shop called, which one is broken? Donut Farm, making donuts with organic flour. Okay. In San Francisco, they have a donut shop called Dynamo Donut and Coffee, making their donuts with organic flour. Okay. So why isn't your local bakery using organic flour? Knowing how bad the enriched flour is, it's not even allowed in other countries. Doesn't that make you feel like a freaking animal that they're feeding this crap to you? Like a dog? Well, how much do you think it cost? I just told you how much organic flour cost. Okay? You can get a 10-pound bag of organic flour or 2 5-pound bags for about $10 or $12. Maybe just a couple dollars more for the brand names, right? King Arthur, whatever. There's a couple different brands out there. And it's only $2 more for each 5 pounds. So how much donuts can you make off a 10-pound thing of organic flour that costs basically $12 to $15? $10 if you go with the Great Value brand, right? A 10-pound thing of flour will make 150 donuts. At $2.50, that's conservative because some donuts cost a hell of a lot more than that. At $2.50 a donut, that's $375 off a 10-pound bag of flour. Okay? So as soon as it catches on, when people start putting banners, just like they did back in the day on Chinese restaurants about the MSG, they'll start putting banners on their bakeries, the donut bakeries, and the Walmart bakeries. No enriched flour, right? Or organic flour. That means it doesn't have Roundup on it, and it hasn't had all the nutrients stripped out of it and replaced with freaking synthetic bullshit. Straight garbage. Why do you think it's banned in other countries? Why do you think they don't use this freaking crap ass enriched flour that we use here in the United States? Look at this place. Everybody's got the H word, the D word, and the O word. Okay? So, that's all I've got for right now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving comments. And signing out from the Central Valley. Thanks for leaving comments. Iowa State Fair has something, I don't know what they have over there, but you bragging about that. Do they have what they have over at Amos Miller Farms? The best food in the whole nation that you don't have access to unless you're a club member, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from where all the politicians are at in Washington, D.C. You think there's something there? That they get fresh organic milk and all organic dairy products from the Amish farmer Amos Miller Farms, which they were saying left and right that they were going to put him in prison because the FDA does not approve of them having that food, which they were saying 10 years ago, which was a bunch of bull because they're sitting there consuming the stuff themselves. 10 years and they haven't done crap. It's all freaking smoke and mirrors. They did it to scare everybody else off across the country. The only other state that had near that quality products of food, all organic, grown by the Amish people in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's called Amos Miller Farms, if you want to check it out, is Kalispell, Montana, which has Kalispell Creamery. They have raw milk and raw dairy products. In California, years ago, if you tried selling any of these quality products that these other states, Pennsylvania and Montana, have, and you tried selling them here in California, they would put you in prison. Okay? Now, out of the blue, we have raw milk in California, and guess where? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Bam, time's up. Where are all the most concentration of multi-billionaires at in the whole United States? The Bay Area, California has the most highest concentration of multi-billionaires anywhere in the United States. And guess where the raw milk is at? Petaluma Farms in Petaluma. No, it's Strauss Farms, Straus Farms in Petaluma, California, in Sonoma County. They have raw milk and raw dairy products just out of the blue, out of nowhere. And did mainstream media even say a word about it? Check it out yourself if you're here in California. If you're here in the central San Joaquin Valley, you don't have access to this stuff. You have to go up there where the multi-billionaires are, the Bay Area, San Francisco. Okay? They got the good stuff, including the bakeries that are making donuts and bread, sourdough bread, and every other kind of bread using organic flour. And they have organic milk and organic dairy products right there conveniently for all the multi-billionaires to have access to. And you don't get it because you don't complain to your grocer that you want these products available here in the central San Joaquin Valley. Okay? The name of the company is called Strauss, Straus. They have organic chocolate ice cream, organic yogurt, organic cheese, organic raw milk. Okay? So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you all as soon as this fog burns off. I'll be down the road. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving comments. Thanks for liking. Signing out from the central San Joaquin Valley in California on the West Coast. Today is Saturday, which I just realized right now. Saturday, January 31st. Tomorrow is February. Lovers Month. So, Valentine's Day.